Okay. Hi, welcome to the Penguin Post newspaper by kids. Today we are interviewing Greta. She's a really strong and motivated climber. She even built her own climbing wall. Let's ask her some questions.
Why did you pick climbing?
So I picked climbing when I was about 10 years old, and I did a camp. And I really liked it because I like that it uses all parts of your body and even your brain, because there's a lot of problem solving that you need to do, and I think that's really fun.
Did you like it the moment you tried it?
I did. I really did. When I was little, I always liked climbing trees and really climbing anything. So then when I found rock climbing, I fell in love with it.
How did you get into climbing?
I just did a camp when I was younger, and then I did a after school class that met like once a week, and then I joined the climbing team, and I've been on the climbing team ever since.
How do you stay motivated, and especially now in the lockdown?
So staying motivated can be really hard in lockdown especially because it's hard for us to see when this is going to end. But I think it's just about believing that it will end, and eventually we're going to go back to normal life, and the gyms will be open and we'll be able to compete and climb outside again. So this is a really good time to get stronger and take advantage of this time. So just keeping that in your head is a good way to stay motivated, that we can use this time to get even stronger so that when we go back to climbing, we'll be even better climbers and be able to climb more difficult climbs.
Yeah.
How do you train in this lockdown?
For training, I've been doing some core workouts. I've been doing some pulling and pushing. I have a hangboard in my room, so I've been doing some finger workouts and some pulling on that. And then I built a little home wall in my backyard. It's just vertical, so because that's the only thing I knew how to build. But it's good to keep my like fingers in shape and kind of keep some endurance. So I've been doing some circuits where I just stay on the wall for as long as I can and just keep moving. And then I make up some hard problems too.
Do you have any exercising equipment that you use a lot?
I have a hangboard that's in my room, and then my sisters have a pull-up bar in their room, and that's what I have.
What are you training for?
What am I training for? Well, with climbing, I've always been training. I've been training for 7 years straight now. And it's kind of like you're always training for the next big thing. You're just training to get stronger, training so that one day you can climb even harder. So it's hard to find a goal right now because we don't really see oh, this is when the next competition is. And usually that's pretty motivating when we can say, oh, we're training for regionals, or we're training for rope season or whatever. But I think right now I'm just training to stay strong so that I can go to college and be on that team. I'm going to UC Davis, and I'm hoping to join the climbing team there. And I'm just training so that when I go, I will be as strong as possible and I can do all the cool climbs that I'll find there.
Who are your role models or model?
I think when it comes to famous climbers, I've always really liked Margot Hayes. She's close to well, she's older than me, but not super old, so she's more relatable. And she's really hardworking, and she's really kind to everyone, and she's a super strong climber, and I admire her passion and dedication. And then my old climbing coach, his name was Sasha. I don't know if you guys ever knew him, but I really loved him, and he coached me from when I was 12 to 16. So he was really dedicated to his job and he always said that he wanted to make us not only better climbers, but also better people. And I thought that was really cool. And he was just a very inspiring person. So, yeah.
Have you ever met Margot Hayes?
No, have you?
No.
I wish. That would be really cool.
How do you overcome fear when you're climbing?
How do I overcome? Oh, so I think the best way to overcome fear is just do it. You just have to jump in and do the thing that you're afraid of. And that can be really, really scary at the start, but then it gets less scary the more you do it. So when I first started lead climbing, I was so scared of lead falling. I would just hold on as tight as I could. It probably made me climb better because I didn't fall. I was too scared to do that. But then I just forced myself to fall, and over again, we would do falling practice and fall. And then now it's become so normalized that it's not scary anymore. So I think that works for any fear that you have in life. You just have to do it and know that it's going to be less scary one day.
That was so cool. We learned a lot from you, and thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Tori, that was not the end.
Oh, that was it? Sorry.
No, you're on question 8.
We're on question 8? I thought we were on question 10.
It's okay, Tori. You're good.
How many hours do you train?
I train for about 3.5 hours, 5 days a week, usually. Now I train less, but that's in normal life.
Wait, do you use your climbing ball a lot when you're training?
At home, I use it a pretty good amount. Probably 3 or 4 times a week, which is less than I would usually climb because sometimes I get bored of it because it's pretty small and it's just vertical. But I try to use it just to like keep my body used to the motion of climbing.
What is one of your climbing goals right now?
Right now, I think my climbing goal, it's maintaining my strength and maybe even getting stronger, like more raw strength, like pulling, pushing, core strength, stuff like that, because that's stuff that I can work on at home, and that'll help me be a better climber. My dad just came in the room, and that'll help me be a better climber when we get back to climbing.
What was a time when you achieved a goal that you have been working on, or when you were really close but then you didn't make it?
So one thing that sticks out, it happened kind of a long time ago. I think I was 15. I spent a week in Bishop, which is like a really big place for climbing in California. And there was this one climb, and it was this big traverse, and there were a lot of heel hooks, and I loved it. It was very my style. But I couldn't get the last move. It was a really big move over a lip, and it was kind of like a jump where I had to campus sort of, and I couldn't get it. And I tried it like a ton of times, like probably 50 times. And then I had to leave, and I was really sad because I wanted to get it before I left. So I had to leave, and I went home. And then I trained all year long, and then I came back to the same climb exactly a year later, and then I did it on my first try. So I was really proud of that because it like really showed that I was getting stronger during the year. And then a time that I didn't get a goal. Okay, I think it's always been a goal to make it to nationals, and I've never done that. But I have been like 2 spots, 1 spot out, like 4 different divisionals. But so I was hoping maybe this season I have one more season after this, so I still have a chance.
Wait. Oh, that was so cool. We learned a lot from you, and thank you for your time.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for interviewing.
Bye.
Good to see you guys.